It's been a hot minute.
Oh, it has.
It feels like it's been a long time since it's just been me and you in the studio.
I know.
I don't know if it has, but it feels that way.
Yeah.
It's because I think the last one that went out was obviously Juliet's.
Juliet Barrett,
And
co-founder of Grenade.
Plug. And then, I should say, if you haven't watched that episode, watch here somewhere. I don't do any of that.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comments.
And then before that, it was me, you, but we were being interviewed by Kim and Andrew, Kim Antonio and Andrew Hulbert.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, wasn't it?
It was really, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I was shitting myself.
I know. We had our scones and all our niceties before, and then
scones
it was like,
or scones.
Yeah. I think we were split actually, weren't we?
I can't remember.
But yeah, no, that was great. That was really great.
So it just feels like it's been a while, and we've got a new podcast area set up.
We have,
but I've just one thing left to do, and I haven't done it yet.
Get the sound in there.
I've got 2 cables I need to run. I haven't run them, so we're doing it in the traditional studio. But next one we're going to do with me and you, we'll do in the new studio. But we have been super busy, which has been brilliant. And last week alone, we met loads of new people. I think we did 3, maybe 4 networking things last week.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
We did a week of like, right, let's get ourselves out there, because it's so easy in business. You can get yourself stuck in your office doing your day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
And I think last week we'd already got a trip planned to London anyway. So we're like, okay.
Which kind of make the most of being in London, isn't it? You know?
So we said last week is all about network. So I think it was 3 or 4 weeks. But we met loads of really interesting people.
Yeah.
And you know, when you have that conversation with people, you start talking about, hi, well, who are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
And we always explain we have 2 businesses. And typically that is always then followed up with, wow, how do you manage that?
Yeah.
And so we thought, you know what? Why don't we do a podcast on how we manage 2 businesses?
Yeah. And a podcast.
And a podcast.
And a child and a dog.
And a child and a dog, yeah. And then
Teams.
people wonder why I'm psychotic.
They wonder why we've aged.
Right.
So disgracefully.
Yeah. I used to have beautiful black hair, black long locks.
Yeah, black curly locks.
Black long curly locks. And now I'm bald and grey and nervous wreck. And yeah. But I think, so we thought we'd do a podcast on discussing like what we've learned, why it works for us. And I think the first thing to say is I'm not advocating, I think you would agree with this, to people, not everybody should go and set up a second business.
No. Yeah.
It is hard work, and there are some things that we do that help make it a little easier, and we'll explain that as we go on through this episode. But this isn't an episode saying to people you're not doing enough, go and do more, because God no, right? I have total, and I know you will as well, total admiration for anybody who starts and runs a business. It is flipping hard work, and
even if it's a side hustle. You know,
anything.
It just depends on the scale of your business as well, whether you would want more than one, and what works for you and your personality.
Yeah.
I found it really refreshing. There were so many different things that resonated with me that Juliet Barrett said. Jules said, you know, and she said, you don't have to have a completely huge turnover with investment for the business to be successful.
Right.
And we're not turning over trillions yet.
This time next year we're millionaires, as Del Boy once said.
But we both we like a lot of things going on. That's just our personality.
We're stupid.
I do say to people that I struggle to manage the 2, but I sort of like it as well. I've got a love-hate relationship with it. I think if I was just doing one, if I did a 9 to 5, I mean, I was so bored in my previous job when I was employed 9 to 5. I was just so bored. I wasn't performing because there was just no drive. There was no acknowledgement. I just wanted to be thanked, and I never was. And it was just like, I'm just losing it here.
Losing the will.
So it's nice to be able to have something different going on all the time, and they do complement each other. But I'll probably going too far ahead of myself.
No. I think that, but yeah, I mean, I think we're not advocating here that it's 2 is for everybody. Like you say, there's a lot of factors that come into it.
Yeah,
running one is bloody hard. So
yeah,
but I thought I'd explain the reason why we run 2, because there's a couple of reasons to kickstart things off. So the first is, for most of us in business, if we're being honest, it does this, right?
Yeah.
So you get a good month and you get a slow month.
If they're not watching, his fingers are going up and down.
Sorry, I always forget that, right? Because video is just normal for us. It's a video first, audio. Anyway, yes. So fingers are going up and down. It's like a waveform. So 1 minute you're on a high and you're really busy. The next minute it's really low, and you're sort of scrabbling around for a bit of work. Maybe not that extreme, but there's peaks and troughs, as we say, and we're always after this steady incline of growth, but it never really happens that way.
Like a teenager or perimenopausal woman's hormones.
Yes, up and down, right? Exactly.
Not for everybody, but for me and my son, we are the wave.
Yeah. And so we've always found, historically anyway, that when having two businesses, when the one is having a slower month or a slower period, the other one tends to be quite busy. So that helps balance out, if you like, revenue and forecasting and money coming in through the door. Now, I know there's the legalities in sharing money between companies and stuff like that. We're not finance experts to speak to your accountant about that, but it sort of helps balancing things out a little bit. So that helps a little bit with those peaks and troughs. So it does create a bit more of a steady incline for us. The other reason that it's always helped us is we have, in all the businesses we've had where we've had two companies, we've either had to spend extraordinary amounts of money on machinery or we've had to invest heavily in team. And so that is a big commitment, and both are scary, right? Because even if you have quiet months, well, salaries still need to be paid. Yeah. Machinery leasing costs still need. We've paid for most of our gear, but there were times when we were paying for it. So that all needs paying for. And so having two businesses that can share those resources helps alleviate some of the costs a little bit. And again, so there's a less worry then when you have those slower periods. But I think we should probably explain the first thing that works for us in sharing two businesses, which is they are similar.
Yeah, they can coexist together.
Yes.
They do complement each other. And it's quite interesting when you first meet people. I'll say, oh, yeah, we do branded workwear with Threadapixel. And then we do video production with Two Krakens. And then we also have a podcast with Built Not Born in Business. And they're like, bloody hell, how does that work then? But they do work in harmony with each other really quite well.
Yeah, they do. So if we take that as the example, so we explained this to somebody just on a call on Friday, right? So you've got Threadapixel that is branded workwear. Then you have Two Krakens that is video production and podcast studio. And then we'll leave the podcast Built Not Born in Business for a moment. We'll concentrate on those two because they're their businesses. They complement each other because they both deliver trust. They both help our customers become more trustworthy. People see them, they trust them. So we explain this as if a labourer or an electrician turns up at your house and they're not wearing workwear and one is wearing workwear, rightly or wrongly, you're going to judge them immediately. And the one that's wearing workwear, you're automatically going to assume is more trustworthy, is more professional, is better at their job. Rightly or wrongly, that's the assumption we're going to make.
But then equally with the team, having a workwear provided on the first day that you start, you feel valued, you feel part of a team, and it has that sort of side to it as well.
Absolutely. Video does the same thing. It helps show your authentic self. It helps you get across that you're trustworthy. There's the founder on screen. There's maybe team members on screen, or if that's a podcast or a video. And so they both deliver the same result, which is building trust in our customers' audiences. But they do it in a slightly different way. It's delivered in a different vehicle, if you like, but they both deliver the same thing. Yeah. And what's really interesting is, for us, because they're so closely linked, our marketing kind of ends up being wrapped up into one almost. So we go in, we're saying that we do video production and podcasting. People are instantly like, oh, wow, that is amazing. There's an instant excitement and buzz. We hopefully get to prove that we're trustworthy and they can trust us, and we deliver a project for them. And then it comes in, oh, we also do Threadapixel, we do workwear as well, branded work. Oh, right, okay, amazing. Right, I need some of that. And so having that pairing, that matching works really well. Now, if we were selling, computer equipment and I was a builder as well, I'd probably struggle to cross-sell that thing. And I suppose the way I explain it to people is, if it's something you could do within the same business but have it under a separate name, then that's something you could have as a separate business. Because we've always found that when we've tried to wrap these things up into one company, people just associate us with the same thing. It's really difficult.
It's too much to say when you're introducing yourself as to what do you do. Yeah, it is. It's just a bit overwhelming. You need to like be more of a specialist in one area, really.
Yeah.
Or just talk about that one thing, and then as that relationship establishes, then you can talk about further bits. Like when we were introducing ourselves last week at the London event, they were asking about. We were saying about the videography, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, have you got a card? Have you got any details? And I was like, well, let me show you, Richard.
Oh, I have got it,
when
yes.
we met Richard, and gave him my arm, and had our TAP special branded workwear on, and he just scanned his phone over our arms and got all our details. And he was very impressed with that.
Of all the companies.
Yeah. So it's just sort of, yes, we take workwear to the next level, and we can also take your video to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was great.
The other thing is it's really good to sort of share a resource as well. That's another big thing, really. So I said before about before we started ThreadPixel, actually, we had a e-commerce business selling branded, personalized baby gifts.
Yeah.
Gifts, most predominantly baby gifts. And so we had to invest in a lot of machinery and people to run those machines. Yeah. And so, but for that business was really busy there were peak times. So Christmas was one of them.
Father's Day.
Father's Day was another one. Mother's Day wasn't as busy for some reason, which is
the dads forget.
Well, I think the mums, we realised that the women that are buying, they're the one that are organised.
Valentine's Day was busy with personalised cards, and we had some very interesting private personalised photographs.
We can't talk about that.
Jesus Christ.
We're not going to talk about that, do we?
Oh.
No, we're not going to talk about that. That is definitely X-rated stuff. That's not for people sending. We used to have personalised cards with photos people could add, and people would send in photographs, and oh my God, the stuff we would receive. Some of them we had to refuse to do. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. That's scarred my. That's been ingrained into my retinas now. I can't unsee that. So so we had to invest a lot in machinery and people.
Yeah.
And so, like we said, we had busy periods, but we had really slow periods as well. I mean, the summertime was awful. The 6-week holidays, dead. January, dead. I mean, we'd be lucky if we did, a handful of orders. But the other periods were so busy, it made up for it. So, but you can't. It's really hard to sort of bring people in on work for 3 weeks, and now I don't need you for 3 months, and it makes it really, really difficult. So, having staff that we could reutilize on different projects really helped. So. ThreadPixel was branded workwear. So it's the same sort of thing. We were doing printing, we were doing branded goods, whether that's embroidery, whether that's in print, using the same machines, using the same people, because to them, all it is I've got an order in front of me that needs embroidering, whether that's 500 polo shirts for Netflix, or whether that's a one baby grow for a customer on eBay. It didn't matter. The job sheet was basically telling them what they need to do using the same machinery, same techniques, same processes. Yeah. And so that enabled us to really utilize staff and then keep a consistent level of staffing throughout the year, which really helps because it kind of alleviates some of that pressure of then, oh my God, where's the work gone? What are we going to do? How are we going to bring it back up?
And if you bring in people just for the busy periods that haven't done the job before, by the time you've trained them, your busy period's over.
Yeah. But it's really worked for us. And like I said, I don't think it's for everybody because I think the one thing that we harp on about a lot on this podcast is business is tough. It really is. Yeah. It's so rewarding as well. And I think sometimes people think we're all just doom and gloom. We're not. We love what we do. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It's hard. But I love what I do. I don't think I'd change it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I'd change it.
We had a meeting with someone recently. This is the best line I think I've heard. Okay. She said, having your own business is like self-development on crack.
Yes.
That to me, yes. Yeah. That correct. I think she put that so well. And for me, it's just like it's a whole pocket of people running businesses. And it can be lonely, but once you get friendships and connections with people that do run their own business that are willing to be open and honest, it's wonderful because we are all a bit special.
There's the tick. That's the tick.
And it's really nice for other people to say that they feel like that, and that they want to speak to others, they can be lonely, what can we help with, and just hearing other people that have gone through similar things and supporting each other. I think it's great. I really think it's great. And the fact, like, every few months you might think, fuck this, why can't I just get a job?
I've got the Indeed job alert set up.
And everybody else, not everybody obviously, but a lot of people say the same thing.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, God, this is really bad. What the hell are we doing? But it's just a regular thing now.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I just own it, yeah. What jobs are there out there today? The other thing that works really well for us, and work for anyone that has a second business, especially if they are closely aligned. So we've gone about the fact that they're very closely linked, that we can share resource and team. The other thing you can share is like branding and stuff. So when you look at our branding, we use 4 really core colours, or the core colour is yellow.
Yeah.
But that same yellow is used from Threadapixel as it is used in Two Krakens. The same theory of the logos is the same. The same branding and messaging is the same. Our customer group, our ICP, our Golden Goose customers, whatever you want to call them, they are the same. And so that is also shared as well, which really helps. We're not banging 2 separate drums. We're actually banging the same drum.
Yeah, I think having the same customer base is a huge thing. Like that is huge. If that was completely different, like how it used to be, it was, we were B2C and then the other one was B2B. You can't share the two.
No, we could share team and resource, but we couldn't share advertising.
Yeah,
and branding.
So sales-wise, when we're posting out the B2C orders, it's like, oh, shall we put a leaflet in for Threadapixel for branded workwear for teams? And it's like, well, there's probably no point because there'll be a very small percentage that actually need that. Yeah. And the people that it's going to, is that your ICP, or are you just literally pissing in the wind and So yeah, at least now when you have a conversation and you speak about branding, like you can... It naturally flows in to talk about branded workwear, the team, and getting the team out there and your marketing and showing your authentic self and telling that story. So, yeah, it does go hand in hand, really. Yeah.
And I think the last thing that I've got, like tip or reason as to why it works to share, is you've already got a customer group to start with. So if you are doing things that are similar,
sorry, I've just covered
utilizing, that's all right. You're utilizing the same team members and resources. You're sharing the same advertising and brand identity and colors and all those kinds of things, and same customer group. Well, if I have, 100, 200, 300 customers, whatever, on company A, and then I start company B, I can instantly contact every single one of those to say, hey, remember me? Yeah, well, I also do this as well now. We've got a second business, or my partner set this business in that.
Yeah.
And then so straight away, you've got this kind of platform to sort of jump off, but to leap from, sort of springboard to leap from.
Springboard, yeah.
And it makes it so much easier.
Well, yeah, because when we started Threadapixel, like 8 or 9 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago.
6, 7.
We started
8 years ago, whatever. We didn't have a contact that we could sell into from our. I'd done fashion design, so they're not buying a dress. They're not buying a boutique dress, and your background it wasn't just wasn't. That was completely
like
from scratch,
all over the place,
and it was bloody hard. So yeah, we definitely had the springboard with offering the videos to the customers that we already know, like, and trust us. Yeah,
exactly. So I think that wraps up all the reasons as to why I think having a second business works for us. Have you got anything else to? I missed anything?
Well, no, I think you've pretty much covered it. I think what a key thing for us as well, and it is something that I ask when interviewing. What sort of job role do you like? Do you like doing the same thing day in, day out, because you need that, or do you like a varied day? Do you like doing different things all the time? And so we've got a mix of that. So having team members that like a mix is perfect. Running a lean team, every day is different anyway, and everyone pitches in and stuff. So that's quite a good, you've got to have the right team for that as well, that you can use if when needed, you could use across the two. So
absolutely,
I think that's a big thing.
I think if you have 2 businesses, you need more doers. You need more of the can-do attitude, the ones that are willing to get stuck in, that likes variety, that thrive off a little bit of pressure. If you have a team full of people that are, as I call, plodders, and every business needs plodders. You'll hear me talk about this a lot. Not everyone can be the next CEO or manager, so a company needs plodders. But if you are a business that has lots going on and 2 companies and you're sharing staff resource, you need more of those can-do people than plodders, for sure.
Yeah. So I think the team is important as well, and it definitely helps if it is naturally something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's something that you enjoy, because it makes day to day a lot easier, doesn't it?
It does. You've lost your trail of thought, haven't you?
A little bit.
A little bit. I can tell. It's the perimenopause. So I think, yeah, we are going to be changing the format a little bit of these episodes. Not just yet, but sort of to fill those in that are listening and watching. So there'll be some changes coming in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll be posting basically more regular content. We're going to be changing to a weekly release, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
And they're going to be, some of the episodes are going to be like this, where we're giving our hints and tips, our thoughts, what's worked for us, what hasn't worked for us, our expertise, sharing our knowledge with you guys and ladies, guys and ladies. Can you say just guys, ladies?
I don't know what the official. I just call it.
And we're just going to be, so those are going to be shorter episodes, I think, and just sort of talking about some of our hints and tips and stuff like that. So it's all change, it's all go. It's a really exciting time of year for us at the minute. We have so many exciting things bubbling away that we can't share right now, because they're all still in the works. Nothing's been sort of agreed yet, but we have so much going on. Really looking forward to Ideas Fest. We're going to be there.
Yes, in September.
In September.
If you haven't got your tickets, sort yourself out.
Yeah, get yourself sorted out. Come on, what you're messing about at. Yeah, I think that's everything from me.
Yeah, short and sweet, and back to it. There's lots to do.
Busy day today.
Yeah. But no, thank you for listening, and have a good week. And yes.
See you until next time. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.